Hey yo, it's me again. Back at it again with another video. Or not really a video if you want to call it that. It's more of a voice recording over still images, but I prefer it that way. If I ever did get either good at editing or someone to edit videos for me, which probably won't happen since I don't have money to pay anyone on that. But if I did, uh, I don't know, honestly. I really don't know what would happen, but that's besides the point of the video. As always, the introduction isn't really that important. It's kind of like just the introduction. It's is it for padding time? No, it's not for padding time. I just personally prefer starting the first minute with like an introduction of sorts, or like the first couple minutes at least. But anyways, that's not what this video is about. It's actually about Mob Psycho, and I think just want to talk about Mob Psycho because, gosh damn, this show is actually good, and it kind of not that it really surprised me, but like it sort of like passed my expectations of what I thought it would be, and it's probably one of my top 10. I would probably say top 5, but I'll have to think about it a little more to see if I can say it's top 5, but it is definitely one of the greatest shows to have been released. I watched season 1 separately from season 2 and 3, but I binge watched season 2 and 3 and just hits different, honestly. The ending is really good too. I did not expect I saw that one video from Moist Critical where he's like, Mob Psycho has the perfect ending. And I didn't really watch the whole thing, but I just saw the title and I'm like, does it really have this good of an ending? And then I watched it for myself and I was like, damn, this has a really good ending. Even though it's not like the best, like the greatest ending ever, it's not like it changed the series. Like for me, like the series itself was solid enough and the ending was also gonna be solid, obviously. So I'm not doing spoilers on this. It's just like my reaction on it. Uh, there's like some things that I would want to say for the series in general. It's like Reagan is honestly one of the best characters from Mob Psycho. I really like Reagan. His episode where he's like at the conference. Oh my gosh, that is literally my favorite. I think that's my favorite episode of the entire series. That was like it had me feeling a different way. Same with what's it called? Later on, there's this really it's an awesome episode too. Probably one of the best episodes of the series too. Probably top three. It's one of the characters who I don't want to spoil too much if you haven't seen season three, or if you really don't want to watch it and you just want to go in blind. But this character, he basically like has like a the hero send off, where they like sort of stay behind and they have to fight off the villains. That's very very common trope, but that was that was also really good. Gosh damn. And then the other episode I really liked was the final episode too, where I don't want to spoil this either, but Mob just gosh, you if you know the series, it kind of does really fit with the whole entire like checklist, I guess, of things that had to be done by the end of the series. And I think it's like the perfect way to end it because you couldn't have it be done like through some other way because if you know the series or if you've seen a little bit, Mob is very powerful as Esper. He's a very powerful Esper, and the only way to really have this final scene with Mob be taken like some any way seriously is to him not for him to not be like there is no way that he should have been enraged by anything that was being told to him at that point because he kind of had almost gotten over all of that already. But obviously, he did it by the end. That's why you have that whole scene with them trying to stop him. But damn, I wish I could talk more about it. I don't want to spoil it. Spoil it though. Maybe I'll make a separate video where I talk about it more in depth. This is just more of like a recommendation, if anything, because man, it is one of the greatest things I've seen. The animation is actually really, really good. It fits the series a lot. Like if you know who One is, he's the one who made One Punch Man too, and he doesn't have like the greatest of art, but the anime somehow managed to use like his rough art style, and they used it to great effect to uh to make the characters look like what they would look like in the webcomic. And like you have this like completely difference between Mob Psycho, the approach that they went for, and One Punch Man, which is like to make the characters just look a little bit more cooler with a different artist, which is Murata. That's why they look different in the One Punch Man anime compared to the one Mob Psycho one. But if they would have gone for the One Punch Man, the Mob Psycho aesthetic for One Punch Man, I don't know if it would have fit necessarily, but it's still like I still really like the fact that they use that art style for Mob Psycho. Not to mention that the animation for it is always every single season has solid animation, especially with the fight scenes. And that's that's sort of like the fluff of it, It's not really what I would say unless you're really into just fight scenes and stuff, then sure. But personally, I wasn't the most. I'm not gonna say I'm not interested in those scenes because I was very hyped about them. Like some scenes in particular with like some of the characters, it got me really like hyped up because the animation just looked amazing. Especially like there's this one scene later on where all the characters fight this one guy. Oh my gosh, it is awesome. But anyways, that's all for the video. Goodbye.